Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Myself, I am Laukus Jogi. I have completed MSc in Agriculture, Seed Science and Technology, Specialization Seed Science and Technology from HNB GUS Central University, Srinagar, Uttarakhand in 2020. I have got 52 rank in PhD program Seed Science and Technology from Indian Council of Agricultural Research ICR All India Entrance Examination for Admission in 2021. Today I am going to tell about the topic seed production of fruit vegetables. Tomato. Land requirements. There are no requirements as to the previous crop, but the land should be free of volunteer plants. The soil of selected fields should have good texture, fertile and be well drained. The pH of soil should be from 6 to 7. Isolation requirements. Tomato is a normally self-pollinated, although the stigma is respective at about time of anthesis. Dehiscence of anthers does not usually occur until 24 to 48 hours later. Self-fertilization is favored by the positions of respective stigma within the cone anthers and the normal pendant position of the flower. However, cross-pollination to some extent can occur. Seed fields should be isolated from other variety fields of tomato and fields of the same variety not conforming to varietal purity requirements of certification by at least 50 meters for foundation seed production and 25 meters for certified seed production. Brief cultural practices. 1. Time of sowing. Northern plains June to August, November to December, hills March to April, southern states September to October. 2. Preparation of land. Good preparation of land for transplanting is necessary. Prepare the field for transplanting to a fine tilth by ploughing and 3 to 4 harrowings followed by leveling. 3. Source of seed. Often nucleus breeders are foundation seed from source approved by a seed certification agency. 4. Seed rate 500 gram per hectare. 5. Sowing of seeds in nursery. Seed may be sown on raised nursery bed 15 to 20 centimeter high from the ground in the row 3 to 4 centimeter apart. 25 nursery beds of size 2 to 2.5 meters long and 1 to 1.25 meter wide will arise seedlings to transplant 1 hectare. A spray of 4 to 5 handfuls ammonium sulfate or CN dissolved in 30 to 35 liters of water will be helpful in producing healthy and vigorous seedlings. Wash out the fertilizer immediately by spraying plain water. Thin sowing should be done to avoid dumping of disease. 6. Fertilization. Apply 25 ton of well-rotted farmyard manure at the time of land preparation and 550 kg superphosphate, 175 kg potassium sulfate and ammonium sulfate or CN at the time of final preparation of field. Top dress were 275 kg ammonium sulfate or CN into doses 1 after 15 to 20 days of transplanting and the other at flowering time. Irrigate immediately afterwards. Foliar spray of 1% urea enhances the yield. 35 kg nitrogen per hectare in 4 to 5 spray in is recommended. Saving transplanting. Transplant to seedling when 7.5 to 10 centimeter in height, preferably at evening time. Irrigate immediately afterwards. Add spacing. 1. Autumn winter crop 75 multiply 60 centimeter. Second, spring summer crop 75 multiply 40 centimeter. 9. Irrigation. Irrigate fortnightly during winter and weekly during summer. 10. Interculture. Shallow cultivation is frequently required, especially during the first 4 weeks. 2 to 3 hoeings and weedings are necessary to keep the field free from weeds. 11. Insect and disease control. Insect. Leaf eating caterpillars, fruit borer, jacid. Control measures. Spray 1250 gram of savin per hectare starting from 20 days after planting. Repeat spraying depending upon the damage. Mealybug. Spray 625 ml of parathion in 625 to 750 liter of water per hectare. Disease control. Dumping off. Thin sowing is nursery. Treat the seed by any seed dresser before sowing captan or agrosan GN. If not already treated, drench the seed bed with captan at 150 gram in 100 liters of water to cover a 200 square meter area. Yearly blight foot rot. Spray benlet at the rate of 60 gram in 100 liter of water, or treated the seed with benlet at 2 gram per kg, or spray dithan M45 at 1 kilogram in 300 liter of water. Wilt. Drench the soil with chestnut compound. Virus. Rogue out the affected plants as and when they appear. Spray periodically with Folidol or Malathion till fruiting starts. Root knot. Apply DBCP at 20 to 40 liters per hectare in soil. Rogging. Careful rogging on a plant basis is essential, particularly for foundation seed production. Plants with off-type foliage should be removed before they blossom to reduce any possibility of cross-pollination. When the fruit begins to mature, the plants and fruit should be examined for overall performance and type. When too large a proportion of the fruits on a plant fails to meet the requirements as to shape, color, general size and interior characteristics, the entire plant should be removed. It is too late to review for plant types after the fruit has been picked. In addition to off-types, review out diseased plants affected by yearly blight, leaf spot and mosaic TMB from the field from time to time as required. Harvesting and extraction of seed. Tomato feed is harvested from seed much in the same way that it is picked for the market. However, the fruit should be not be left on the vine until decay begins. There are two methods for extraction tomato seeds. One, the use of juice extracting equipment. Second, the use of equipment similar to that used for vine seeds, followed by fermentations or acid or alkali treatments. Juice and seed extraction. In this method, such cannery equipment as pulpers and cotyledons, cylons, cyclones are primarily used, and after extraction the processors have in general two products, the juice and the pumice are more or less the dry mass of squeezed pulp skin of seeds. The only heat used may be scalding process to loosen the skin of the fruit. Such as mechanical method of seed extraction is rapid and leaves the seed partially free of the gelatinous tissues surrounding it in the fruit should obtained by juice extracting equipment by the separated from the pumice by washing it with a abundant supply of water as described further on. Ordinary seed extraction when machinery similar to that for vine crops is used, the chief difference is the lack of the any heavy leaves. The tomato is easily cut and crushed. It is usually made to pass between corrugated roller before falling into a revolving wire mass cylinders. The material and juice which passes through the screens is the poured into large tubes or vats where the extraction process is completed by one of the methods described below. Separation by fermentations. The fermentations process is an old established producer which effectively controls bacterial canker. It is best to allow the mass of fruit pulp and juice to ferment without the addition of water. Fermentation should be take place long enough for the mucilaginous materials adhering to the seeds of disintegrated sufficiently so as the release the seeds which sinks to the bottom. The undecomposed pulp floats to the top, leaving a layer of clear liquid in between. Since gas and floating pulp often entrap good seed and hold it in the upper layer, to contents of vats require fairly frequent stirring. Stirring tends to release such seed and also prevents fungus growth from starting at the surface of the mass. If this fungus is allowed to grow, some discolorations and even injury to the seed may result. Temperature determined to the large extent and length of time the fermentation process continue. If it remains around 24 to 27 degrees Celsius most of the time, fermentation is rapid and satisfactory separation of seed and pulp is attained in the about 2 days. For the control of canker, however, fermentations must be continued for at least 96 hours, since such as long period may be result in injury to the seeds. It is advised that under such circumstances the fermenting pulp we kept as close to 21 degrees Celsius as possible. The lower the temperature, the slower the fermentation process. Acid separation. In the acid method, hydrochloric acid is added to the pulp at the rate 100 ml for every 14 kilograms of pulp, approximately 10 liter per tons. If a thorough mixing of the acid and pulp occurs, the seeds may be washed free within 15 to 30 minutes. By proper arrangement of equipment, it is possible to have an almost continuous process. The acid methods has several advantages. 1. The seed can be extracted and dried on the same day. 2. Less number of the wets are required. 3. The problems of low and high temperature are avoided. 4. Discolored seed resulting from fermentation is entirely eliminated. The control bacterial canker to extract seed in addition may be treated with 0.8% solution of pure acetic acid in water for 24 hours at temperature below 21 degrees Celsius. Alkali separation. In alkali method, equal volume of an alkali mixture 425 gram ordinary washing soda added to 5 liter of boiling water is added to pulp and mixed. When the alkali mixture is cooled, allow it all to stand overnight in a earthen pot. Next day all the seeds will settle down at the bottom of the container. Now descent of the clear liquid at the top and wash to seeds thoroughly. Washing. After extraction of seed are washed with water to remove the pulp, etc. The water is added to containers with the pulp and seeds. It is stirred thoroughly and is drained out along with the pulp and other mucilaginous substance. This process is repeated until the seeds are clean. Drying. After washing, the seeds should be dried as rapidly as possible. Seed may be spread on a screen bottom truss or cloth and placed in the open where in maximum exposure to such and dry air is attains. The seeds should be dried to 8% moisture before storage. Seed yield. The average seed yield is about 100 to 120 kg per hectare. Thanks.